Hello everyone, this is me again, Julio, your mechanical diagnostics. Here we have a new vehicle, not a new vehicle, but a new problem to solve. I have a 2003 Ford e350 with a 5.4 liter engine. This car came in here with a system running too lean on bank 1. The customer said that it failed the mission due to 100 counts of hydrocarbon, more than the specs. I don't understand, but this car is a OBD, onboard diagnostic equipped, so I don't know why they still use the 5-gas analyzer. But to all of you old folks out there, I know you like problems like this using 5-gas analyzer, that excites you. But nowadays we use onboard diagnostic. To me, honestly, it helps me really, and I understand more, and it makes me fix the car better, finding out the problem much quicker. Although, mind you, with this type of system, it can mislead you because there's so many involved. The computer monitoring everything. It could be as simple as mechanical, as simple as the wire, or the computer, or the sensors. There's so many things involved. You have to understand how it works, those sensors, and how they communicate to each other. But anyway, this car came in here with a fuel trim, with a system too lean. The best way to understand and diagnose this problem is to understand how fuel trim works. Here I already have it set up, my scanner, to the graphs where I wanted to see. Not all of the datas are here, but I only picked the ones that I needed. You got the let's see, there you go. You got the O2 sensor reading, the short-term fuel trim, which is important, and also my long-term fuel trim. Now, as you can see, the car on bank 1 and bank 2, you see how it's 3% running rich and 3% running lean in here. But that's that's what it records right now. But on our short term, we are playing between bank 1 and bank 2. Bank 2 is always negative and too low, and bank 1 is high. Actually, now it's not doing it more. But before you start diagnosing in these cars, make sure or running all these numbers, make sure that your car is in normal operating temperature. You run it, and then you start reading it. As you can see, our long term keeps climbing up, and our short term is still on rich condition. When it's lean, the number on long term goes high. When it's rich, the number on the long term goes low. Same thing on the short term. Short term just catch it real quick and records it using the long term fuel trim. Yesterday, long term bank 1 have a +7. I check all my vacuum lines for leaks, because that can be an issue as well. Also, the mass airflow sensor can be bad, so I cleaned that. Everything looks well until I end up with this guy, fuel gauge. I check my fuel pressure on idle and when the car is off. When the car is off, I get 20 psi, and when it's running, I get about 26. It is way below the specs. I don't remember the specs, but you can look it up. But this may possibly because of a bad fuel pump, they replaced the